What's up everybody, it's Sean here, back today to give you guys a review of the Saucony Progrid Omni 9 Kissaten. This is the second of 3 shoes that Saucony dropped as part of their Kissaten pack. So this pack pays homage to nostalgic Japanese tea houses or coffee houses, with each of the 3 shoes being unique but still having a general cohesive theme. So alongside the Progrid Omni 9, they also dropped a Shadow 5000 as well as the Progrid Triumph 4, which I already reviewed on my channel. So this pair retailed for a price of $175 US or $230 here in Canada. And the official colorway for this shoe, according to the box, is beige and blue. And before I go in any further, I want to give a huge thank you over to the folks at Saucony Canada for hooking me up with this pack. This pack, once they were teased on Instagram, it was getting a lot of positive reception and it really caught my eye, especially this Progrid Omni 9. I'm a bit biased though because this silhouette is probably my favorite Saucony model right now. And though it was originally released as a performance running shoe, nowadays it's pretty much exclusively worn as a casual or lifestyle model. So without further ado, jumping right into the details, you'll see how the majority of the upper of this shoe, this is crafted out of a lightweight, airy, white colored mesh. Right above this, towards the laces, we have a cream colored leather layer here with this teal colored Saucony stripe branding. Overlaid on both sides of the toe box, we have more cream colored detailing, but this time it incorporates hits of pink. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have more genuine leather here, and this incorporates some reflective detailing too. And then along the sides of the toe box, here you'll find more genuine cream colored leather, again with more of that faded pink colored detailing. For the eyelets, this is covered in this TPU layer, which is semi-translucent. Underneath this, we have this TPU layer on the lateral side, which gives the shoe a little bit more structure along the midfoot. And then stitched on top of this, we have the Saucony stripe. This is again primarily done in this cream color. Next to the eyelets, just like we saw on the Progrid Triumph 4, we have this cracked pattern leather, which draws inspiration from vintage teacups. Underneath this, we have this TPU layer with Omni 9 branding on the lateral side. And then covering the bottom of the heel, we have a strip of what feels like a genuine nubuck or suede. This incorporates some blue colored detailing on it too. And then if you look at the medial side, instead of the Omni 9 branding here, we have a very retro looking aqua colored reflective panel, and it incorporates the Japanese phrase Ichigo Ichi-e, which roughly translates to once in a lifetime. So this phrase essentially teaches people to enjoy the moment because you're really never going to be able to replicate the exact moment ever again. So basically every moment of your life is essentially a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And this is a concept that's also commonly associated with Japanese tea ceremonies. In the center of the heel, we have this radial style pattern in dark blue, and then covering the top portion of the ankle collar area, we have what feels like a silky smooth textile, almost like a satin, and this is done in more of a bright pink color. As far as the laces go, so this pair only comes with one lace option, at least my pair did. There was no secondary laces in the box, and this is a oval style lace done in this white color. Underneath this, the bottom half of the tongue is covered in that same open style white mesh. However, we have more of that floral pattern cracked leather on the top of the tongue, along with a reflective panel at the very top, which incorporates the Saucony branding. The back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in a dark blue colored mesh. And then for the insoles, these come with a pretty well padded foam insole, and it features a floral pattern here as well. Removing the insoles, you'll see how the strobel incorporates another layer of foam, so this just adds to the comfort of the shoe that much more. So the upper of this Progrid Omni 9, it sits atop this midsole, which is crafted out of a mix of EVA along with Saucony's Progrid technology. You'll also see SRC, which is their super rebound compound technology. So this really adds a lot of durability and shock absorption to the shoe. And you can really see it evidently on the heel. This essentially acts as a crash pad, giving the wearer more of a smooth transition if they land on the heels and transition towards their toes. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, so the outsole here is crafted out of 2 tones of rubber. We have exposed foam, which gives the shoe a little bit more flexibility. We also have a TPU shank plate in the middle, which helps with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. And on the heel, you can see the exposed foam, revealing that Progrid branding, referencing the technology found inside the midsole. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this shoe. And for those wondering about how these fit, So in my case, I went true to size in these. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I do have to say though, this is a slightly more snug fitting shoe. So I feel like if you have a narrow, normal, or even a slightly wide foot, you can go true to size in these. But if you like more of a spacious toe box, or if you have like a really wide foot, you'd probably be better off going up a half size. But whatever size you normally wear for the Progrid Omni 9, assuming you've tried on a pair, I'd stick with that exact same size for this shoe. Moving on to the comfort, so this is a model I find to be very comfortable. It's not going to be overly soft, it's actually more of a supportive feeling shoe, but at the same time there still is a little bit of squish underfoot, but generally speaking, with the Progrid, the SRC, and that midfoot shank plate, it definitely leans more towards the supportive side, which honestly my feet love. Personal preference, I just don't really like shoes that are too soft, so this shoe gives me the comfort and support that I need, but yes, it's not like a pillowy soft feeling sneaker. Last but not least, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so first off, the material quality on this pair, just like the Triumph 4, I thought was really solid. It's a cut above a GR or general release version of the Progrid Omni 9, so they definitely incorporate elevated materials like genuine leathers, and I really love that floral pattern cracked leather. That really gives this shoe that vintage feel, and it exudes the theming of this pack so well. The overall build of the shoe I thought for the most part was solid. The panels were pretty consistent and symmetrical between my left and right feet. There was some minor smudging on the nubuck layers on one of my shoes, but aside from that though, no real issues to really complain about. So with all of that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. Comparing this to the Triumph 4, I think the Triumph 4 has more of that visual wow factor with the use of the blue colored mesh. It's just a lot bolder and it really stands out a lot more. However, my personal favorite is this Progrid Omni 9. First of all, just because I like the silhouette more, I just think it's just a nicer looking model. And I actually really like the more subtle tones on this shoe. Yes, it doesn't incorporate loud blue colored mesh, but it's a bit more of a cohesive looking sneaker. And I love how the patterns on the shoe are still incorporated, but they're just a little bit more subdued, which arguably makes this a more wearable shoe. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this Kissaten Progrid Omni 9 by Saucony? What are your overall thoughts on the colorway itself, and are you a fan of this Progrid Omni 9 silhouette? You guys know I am, but everyone has their own opinion, which is the beauty of sneakers. So leave your thoughts down below, and if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I'll link my socials down below for you guys to check out, and another huge thank you to Saucony Canada for sending me over this pack. So thanks everyone for tuning in, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I'll catch you all in my next review.